a country far, far away a long time ago, a yellow emperor had the desire to unify his people under his authority. He wants to appeal to his people and wants to start with the fashion. So he called in the three most well-known clothing makers from the three social classes: Lin from the lower class, Min from the middle class, and Jin from the upper class. The emperor determines that the best way to bring his people together is to create a garment that exhibits the personality of each of the classes.
I'm so glad the emperor left. He makes me nervous.
Yeah, me too. So, what are we going to do about creating a garment that brings us all together?
Why don't we analyze all the specialties of garments of our classes and then try to bring them all into one garment for the emperor? So, in the upper class you have those special dyes and embroidery. Why don't you tell us more about it?
Among the first people of the state, that is the emperor and the first tier officials, we have very special types of clothing. We have specific clothes for official events and governmental work, for everyday life and for sacrifices, as well as the military clothes. They all differ in the types of meaning of embroidery on them. Our emperor's favorite color is yellow, the color which symbolizes the earth. According to the Pinsin Fu, no one else is allowed to wear that color except for the emperor's family. Our women also have two types of clothes: regular and formal, for special events such as celebrations and sacrifices. Unlike old times of the Han and Sui, they are not as restricted by our Confucian teachings and can dress more openly. However, if they are a wife or a mother of a government official, they are required to wear the same color as he does.
So, the special features of the upper class are embroideries, accessories, and red and purple colors, right?
Generally, yes.
So, why don't you tell us about the middle class?
Well, our clothes is somewhat similar to the upper class. While we cannot wear such bright and expensive colors as yellow, purple, and red, we also have our place in pinsa fu. We are allowed to wear green and cyan gowns. Namely, the 6th rank officials have to wear dark green, 7th have to wear light green, while 8th and 9th have to wear dark and light cyan. Although some of us have special accessories, just as the first officials do. For example, 6th and 7th rank officials often wear silver belts to show their status. Mostly we do not have such luxury. So the main elements that we can contribute to the emperor's clothes is cyan green colors and silk hats.
So what if we put all the colors from the upper class and the middle class into one garment and then add some embroidery on it?
Yeah, that sounds great. But the lower class also has to contribute something. You have your special features as well, right?
Well, in the lower class, our dress is not nearly as nice as yours, even in the middle class. Our fashions are much different. We do not have the colors or such nice, elaborate weaving designs as the elites do. Mostly the colors we wear are black and white. We cannot afford the expensive silk or cotton, so the main material for our clothing is hemp. Furthermore, we have to make our own clothing. Also, you have plenty of room to store nice, expensive looms. It takes us longer to create higher quality fabric. Even for the tax cloth we have to make. Our wives spend most of the year making the cloth we need. They make all the clothing themselves. Plus, we do not have such fancy embroideries to adorn our clothes as well. How about this? We will produce as much high-quality silk as we can if we can use your middle-class dyes and your upper-class embroidery on the fabric. That way, we can all contribute into one garment in ways that the others are not able to. We'll be able to give the emperor a garment that is beautiful and stylish. When he wears it, the people will see that he is an emperor, favorable to the people.
The Tang Dynasty was a very fashionable era in history. Besides the different colors worn between the classes, they also wore different textures and had different details, anywhere from elaborate embroideries to basic hemp. In the end, the emperor loved his new clothing, and it was a big hit with his people.